Right guys, welcome to another video. This one is going to be a bit divisive if you're a fighting game fan. It's Shaq Fu. This one's on the SNES. I'm playing a story game very quickly. I like this game. I don't think this game is as bad as some people say that it is. I think the game has a lot of good qualities to it, and to play this game, the SNES game is a little bit, well, in my opinion, it's not as good as the Mega Drive game. That's what I was brought up on. I mean, that's the game I know the best. The game's been out on pretty much on most of the popular formats. It's even been out on the Amiga. So this version is kind of similar. The graphics are a little bit sharper, but it's lacking something. I don't know what it is. But nevertheless, it still is Shaq Fu, and I still like it because it's Shaq Fu. It's by Delphine. You'll know them. They did Another World, Flashback, Cruise for a Corpse, that kind of thing. It uses similar techniques, hence why the sprites are a little bit small, but they are fluidly animated. Graphically, you can't argue too much with it. The sprites are a little bit small maybe in comparison to other games, but at the same time, it's just about learning the techniques, and there's a lot of techniques to learn. I'm not really showcasing much about what Shaq can do. In fairness, I don't like Shaq as a character. There's actually a two-player mode where you can pick up all the characters from the game, and there's a lot of characters that I prefer in place of Shaq, to be honest with you. Why I like this game is because it kind of marries together some elements of Street Fighter 2, but it also marries together elements of other games. There's a little bit of Dragon the Bruce Lee story in there, and there's a little bit, not immediately obvious, there's a little bit of Arcade Plus in there as well. If you remember Arcade Plus on the Commodore 64 and Amiga, and I think other systems as well, you'll know what I mean by that. It's not all about doing crazy special moves, kind of like Capcom games. It's not about making. You can do special moves obviously, but it's not. It's about connecting with your blows, and it's about the toing and throwing. In that sense, it reminds me a little bit of Dead or Alive, from a game mechanics point of view. It's not so much about doing insane special moves and all that. It's just about getting your combos in, doing your moves in, you know, and getting them cleanly onto the opponent and stuff like that. I would describe it as a thinking man's fighting game, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. Having said that, some people criticise the AI. There is a way around that. Again, it's kind of intriguing. If you play the game on a regular default setting, the AI is pretty basic and rudimentary, and it can be easily, you know, overcome, just using spamming techniques. If you play the game on a harder difficulty, you get a lot more of a human-esque opponent. They kind of do things and kind of take risks, and it's a more challenging game for that reason, because the baddies are more unpredictable. I love this game. Because it can be, well, I like it basically because it is controversial, because it is divisive. There's a lot to like about the game, and some of it is kind of lost on people. The only thing you can really say to people is play it. And as you can see, guys, I played it rubbish. But yeah. Let me know, guys, what you think about Shaq Fu, if you've ever had an experience of it. I know that Shaquille O'Neal originally had involvement in the game. He's now obviously he's now saying things like he's going to ban all the bloody games and stuff like that. If I remember, going back a few years, he said that the game's rubbish, and somebody's actually done a thing saying ban all Shaq Fu games on the internet, but I don't know why. the game's not hideous. The game is not hideous. It's perfectly playable, and there's a lot to discover. There's a lot of interesting things. You know, it's really intriguing. It's really interesting. It's different. It's kind of made to be a bit different from Street Fighter 2. You can usually pick up Shaq Fu quite cheaply now. If I had the choice, I would recommend you get the Mega Drive version. I think I may still have the Mega Drive version somewhere. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good one, and see you on the next.